It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers, superstar linebacker.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their -3 game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a fourth. Up the middle they go. Mosley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. This defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Benson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff up the middle. Mosley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints 47-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mosley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw here. That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Saints at 9-3 here on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Saints first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And the Saints first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarter.
Now we're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30, as they've got it as we resume action. Right back to him on 1st down. And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Off the play fake. Benson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Looking to throw. Benson. And his throw here is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Up the middle, Jones. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. 2nd and 5. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And they'll try to run the option here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Mosley. And this is going to be a Panthers first down. He's good running, gets him to about the 44. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Back to throw. Benson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Benson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's a give to Jones running left. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll set up a throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. Again, he'll drop to throw, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Alvin Kamara accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Eagles at halftime. The Eagles locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Matthew Stafford has thrown a touchdown pass. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And inside give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Off play action. Benson throwing the out route, incomplete. It's O'Brien. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Benson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Mosley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Benson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Benson. Throw left side complete. That's O'Brien.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
First down.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. That's a 45-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Running right, Jones.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Benson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Benson. Wide open receiver complete. He's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Doesn't necessarily need a touchdown. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Benson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Benson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
At the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Benson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Over the middle, complete. It's O'Brien. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll run on 1st down. Mosley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Benson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll try the left side. Mosley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Benson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Operating from the gun. Benson. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him.
And they'll indeed take a knee. A give to Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after here coming up. And that makes it a 9-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the Panthers down by 9. Exactly 1 minute remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, They handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for New Orleans, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see the Broncos superstar linebacker.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
And off we go from Denver. This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You look at the Saints defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Fielded at the 43. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Now, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild-card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front-row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added the 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run again with Harris. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You look at the Saints defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's taken on the 25. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 29-yard line.
The give is to Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 19. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. No, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, New Orleans.
Back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And this one too low.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Powers through. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And an official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Young. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 6. Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
41-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Saints' 39-yard line.
on second down, this is Harris. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. They'll look to throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He'll look to throw.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Broncos. From 6 yards away.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a Denver touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Caught with a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Green with a catch left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Pushes past him, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack and moving to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available, and he's got to throw it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Denver offense at the line ready to go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Jameis Winston, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now back to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he fields it cleanly. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's got thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. He's got Green. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. On the give, this is Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw here.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So the Broncos coming out now.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge fourth-quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He'll drop to throw.
And swung out wide to Harris.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Down at the 30-yard line.
They'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. They'll set up a throw.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and a couple.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Saints, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on these Chiefs. Burner at wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Chiefs and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This taken in right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 12 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Locklear.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Throwing to start the drive. Locklear. It's complete to Brown, right side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Locklear under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Locklear.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Locklear. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
The Saints at 11-3 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Back to throw again.
A check down here to Jones.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
And you look at the Saints defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
On 1st and 10, Locklear. And that is incomplete here.
But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Locklear. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the...
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Back to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And now here comes Kansas City.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Locklear. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. An inside give to Jones. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Locklear.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. Looks like he can win every battle.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lock one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
2nd and 14.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Young. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now back to throw.
That is incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action. Locklear. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Page. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Locklear. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Page. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Back to throw. Locklear. He'll find Jones again. Complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Locklear. This is caught. It's Brown. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Steele. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Zay Jones. 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Josh Palmer, a touchdown reception.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Locklear. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Back to throw. Locklear. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Locklear. Got a man. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down. Locklear. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete.
Second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
On the counter, here's Jones. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Young. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. To the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here live in New Orleans.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Young. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 41-yard line.
2nd and 2. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Boy, shifts past him, and he's got this down to the 35. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Up the middle, Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. All right, so this one, and now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Well, Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
And they will take a knee here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. And that knee will...
Right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Chiefs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Giants, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Giants and the Saints. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from the Superdome.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And
just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It's fielded at the 45. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not to...
This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Jones again. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Jones.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
Then they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Here's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Weaver throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
On first down, Weaver. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to maneuver.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That good for 19 and a first down. Looking to throw. Weaver. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Off the play fake. Weaver. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Weaver. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Saints at 11-4 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first down. Weaver. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to throw. Weaver. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Weaver. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route
puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try to run it in with Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They're going to look to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Jacoby Brissett, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Max Duggan, throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that one, all tied. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
2nd and 3. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards that time.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2.
Back to throw again.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Looking to throw.
Weaver. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Call it a gain of a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Off play action. Weaver into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Young. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's the Saints that'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. The give is to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is caught.
And the Saints are going to be set up for the 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the run.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Weaver. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach plenty to say about this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Looking to throw. Weaver.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
3rd down and 10. Back to throw. Weaver. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run from.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Well, with this rookie QB, we talked a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball.
The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And New York set to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Weaver. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back to throw. Weaver. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Weaver. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Weaver. And a quick throw here that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
2nd down and 6 now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
On 3rd down, Weaver. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for New Orleans,
they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.